Jason Nathanson.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday, Thanksgiving.
What does CBS do now that Charlie Rose will never be heard from again?
They keep investigating. This morning they say that there's 3 people that have come forward at CBS. The original allegations in the Washington Post were all from PBS days, from the PBS show up until 2011. And now CBS says 3 people will come forward saying that Charlie Rose sexually harassed them or did some kind of misconduct, inappropriate stuff at CBS. So, you know, as we've seen with a lot of these stories where there's 8, there's 16. So we'll see if more people come forward. But, you know, as for Charlie Rose, he's done. CBS had their story this morning. They did this update, and then they said they asked Charlie Rose for comment, and they have no comment from him.
How about the comment he gave to TMZ as he was walking into his building?
Yeah, I mean, he said it wasn't that big of a deal, but that was, you know, just hours after the story broke. And then we saw that it was a big deal, enough for him to lose both the CBS and the PBS shows. So I don't know if that was him in denial, him trying to, you know, maybe sweep the story under the rug a little bit or what. Or maybe he was just caught off guard by somebody from TMZ who popped out of the bushes somewhere.
Right.
You know?
But, I mean, I don't think we'll ever see Charlie Rose again.
It's very possible. I mean, the guy's 75, so you know, these if there were to be a comeback, these things take. In the case of Mel Gibson, it's taken 15 years for him to get in another movie. Charlie Rose would be 90 if that's the same math holds up. So probably not.
Yeah. Who's this John Lasseter? What's going on there?
John Lasseter is a huge guy in the world of animation, especially Pixar. He's the co-founder of Pixar. He's the head of Pixar and Walt Disney Animation Studios. He's really the creative force behind all these Pixar and Disney animation movies going on right now. And he's taken a voluntary sabbatical for 6 months because of what he says is, I guess he hugged people and they found it uncomfortable. He was touchy-feely. We don't really know what these allegations are because they've gotten out in front of it, and he stepped down before there's been any kind of, you know, New York Times or Washington Post story. But he's taken a leave, and you know the whispers are that he, you know, made people feel uncomfortable. There was some kissing and things like that. We're not talking rape here. I don't even know that we're talking sexual assault or even really harassment. We don't know exactly what we're talking about. All we know is this huge figure in animation has stepped down.
Yeah. And then while we got you here, how big was this Dancing with the Stars win last night?
It was a big win for Jordan Fisher, who's the Broadway star. Probably not many people knew. He was also on some of those kid shows. And, you know, he was the best dancer from day one, so it was pretty much in the bag. Personally, I would have liked to have seen Lindsey Sterling, the violinist, win because she came a little further. Jordan Fisher was great from the beginning. She learned a lot and she became great over the course of the season. And it was fun to watch. And Frankie Muniz, the guy from Malcolm in the Middle,
yeah,
it was great to watch him all season long go from this really kind of nervous, shy, you know, guy to this really, I mean, a really good dancer and having the time of his life. I mean, this show really did something for him, and that was great to watch.
I'm against like dancers and singers being on Dancing with the Stars. They have an unfair advantage.
Well, I mean, sure, okay, that goes back 25 seasons now. That's the complaint since season 1. It always happens. That's always the case. But, you know, the great thing is you got a guy like Frankie Muniz, who's not a great dancer, but he makes it to the end. You got a guy like Drew Scott from HGTV, one of the Property Brothers.
Yeah.
He made it to the Final 4. And you got Victoria Arlen, who's a fantastic story. She couldn't walk 2 years ago, and now she's dancing. She was in a coma for years, and now she's on the show dancing. I mean, she made it to the top 5.
I like those stories better than the Broadway star who ends up winning. All right, Jason.
I'm with you.
Have a happy Thanksgiving, Jason. Thanks for checking in.